Time for my nail appointment. Let's find out what the latest spring trends are.
Baby, come give me something, oh. Baby, come give me something, oh. Cause I can't stop loving, since I got a taste of your love. Baby, come give me something, oh.
Welcome to Self-Care on the Noni Khumalo podcast. Today we're out in the East Rand. We're at Crema and I'm sitting alongside co-founder Tiff of this establishment, which is absolutely gorgeous. But not only is it gorgeous, it has probably the best customer service I've ever experienced. So welcome to the Noni Khumalo podcast.
Thank you, and thank you so much for having me. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's been a while. I was here quite a while ago.
Okay, also we had COVID, so bar COVID, it wasn't really that long.
Just erased 5 months, it was still good.
Correct, then we're good.
Fantastic.
We still missed you though.
Yeah, I did too. So let's get into the establishment that is Crema. How did it come about?
It's a funny story. So my partner, Sandy, who used to be a client at a salon that I used to manage, just literally phoned me out of the blue. How's it going, Tiff? What's happening? Let's do lunch. Literally to catch up.
Yeah.
And I had a lot going on in my life, and so did she. And she just was like, well, let's open a salon. There's no one else I'd rather do it with than you. And I was like, yes, let's open a salon. And that's literally where Crema came from. It was one lunch meeting. Even the logo. A lot of people ask me about the logo and they say, or the name, where did it come from?
Yeah.
So we were creating a look and a feel board on Pinterest just with things that we liked. And we saw this smudge of cream. And I just said to her, that's it. That's what I want the logo to be. It was this beautiful pink smudge. And she looked at me and she said, well, Crema. And that, guys, it's nothing fancy. There's no major story. There's no history. That's where it came from. That beautiful little smudge. Yeah. And that's Crema. Crema was born.
But that's a beautiful story nonetheless.
So, yeah, look, a lot of people think there's a little something interesting behind it. It's not. It was lunch and a picture. And I think we work so well together and we have such a vision because we both love self-care and we both love beauty. I don't want to take anything away from anyone else's business or brand, but when it comes to Crema, like you mentioned, service is extremely important to us. And we didn't just want to give you a service, we wanted to create an experience. So the way that I like to explain what makes Crema different is to compare it to an airline. So you can fly Kulula and you can still get to your destination. But you might be in a smaller seat and you might have to pay for a meal. But if you fly Emirates first class, you have a beautiful luxurious seat and there's a stunning woman welcoming you in, giving you a hot towel and a free drink. And that's kind of how we feel about Crema, is we are the Emirates of our industry.
And look, I agree. I drive between 45 minutes to an hour just to get here.
Thank you.
So you definitely are the Emirates of the beauty industry. But I find it so fascinating that so many creative ideas come from a really hard time, in our lives. But I'm so glad that you guys found this amazing concept. But what would you say are your strengths versus the other co-founders' strengths?
So I can definitely tell you, being in the industry for 16 years, that my knowledge is a huge strength. Because prior to opening my own business, I was actually in an aesthetic industry. So I worked for doctors and dermatologists. So my background is quite vast and my skincare knowledge is huge. I keep up with training monthly. I keep up with trends monthly. And I don't just do reading and research. I have literally been trained on the products I use by the doctors, by the formulators, by the producers. So, I firsthand am involved with everything that is put out into the market. And that's how I make my decisions in the industry, where my partner's strengths are definitely HR and definitely managing people, because it's what she did and it's where she comes from. That's why we make such a good team. But also we love pretty things and so if something new's being launched, we'll be like, yes, we love this. We have to do it. Even when it comes to colors and trends, we're individuals in our own way, but a lot of the time we will do something because we like it, and then clients see it and it becomes a thing, and it's on the Instagram page. And so I think that's why we work so well.
Yeah. Okay. And you were speaking about trends.
Okay.
So spring is here, and obviously there's going to be some form of trend when it comes to nails. But I want to find out from you, what is the typical Crema girl looking like?
At the moment, it's changed slightly because prior to lockdown, our look, I wouldn't say it's a signature, but I've got very, very talented nail technicians, and everyone was into long acrylic and ombre. Ombre is a huge thing. If you don't know what that is, it's the marshmallowy, baby bloomer. I mean, there's a lot of different names, but it's where we fade the white French into the pink. So it's pretty natural, grows out really well, is very, very stunning, very practical. Obviously, we all went through a bit with not being able to get to salons. So recently, I've seen a lot of my acrylic wearers have changed to gel polish, and they are trying to maintain more of a natural nail. And short is really in at the moment. I mean, even me, do you remember what these looked like when we met? They were like these stunning, and I nicknamed them Rihanna nails.
Yeah.
Because they were long, they were blingy, and I kind of have gone for a little bit more of a practical look.
Yeah.
So the trend, I definitely have seen it change. And even in terms of colors, where people were very much into the bright and the bling, recently we've been doing so many pretty nudes. And you would be surprised at how many nudes there are.
How just have an array of nudes.
Yes. So that's the change that I've seen.
Yeah.
And black, believe it or not. Black is huge. Because it matches with everything, and it's never understated or overstated. It's not too bright for winter or too dark for summer. It's classic. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that in the last few months since reopening.
But what's the favorite shape that a Crema girl will go for?
So over the last 2 weeks, I have noticed everyone, regulars, non-regulars, first-timers, oval. Oval is a big thing. Whether they're long or short, oval is a thing.
Oval is the it girl.
I'm not that brave. I haven't ventured to try it just yet. Because it's, nails are a thing. Nails are like hair. Nails are like an outfit. Yeah. I mean, a handbag you can change. If you buy it and you don't like it, you don't necessarily use it. But nails, if I look at my nails and my hands don't feel like my own, my OCD kicks in and I can't function. But when I have a set done and I drive home, I drive like this. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So yes, oval.
Or you speak with your hands.
I do.
Every time you have a new set of nails.
And when I don't enjoy them, I don't. So it's a thing. Oval is huge at the moment.
Yeah.
And color, matte. Matte is also big.
Matte?
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of matte for some reason. I love shiny
because it doesn't
nails.
shine.
Yeah.
You see.
I love shiny.
And pastels. Pastels are also huge.
Remember the first time I came here?
Yes.
I did the multicolored
like the
rainbow
boxes
pastels.
Yes. Yes, I do remember that. I do.
Yeah, that is quite popular. Pastel is a pretty color.
Yes.
Yeah.
And pastel matte, it almost looks like cashmere.
That is very true. Very, very true. And what would you say is the favorite product, nail product?
So nail product also is very individual. I'm an acrylic girl. I love acrylic. It's hard, it's durable. I love the way it keeps the shape of my nail. Technology's changed to the point that it's no longer so thick. You can apply it really, really thinly. But polygel is a thing. People love polygel.
What's polygel?
So polygel is a new product. Like a gel, you apply it, you set it in a UV. But it's as durable or as hard, if not harder, as an acrylic. And you don't soak it. So it doesn't come off. You file, you fill, and you go. It's quite a quick process, and it's pretty instant as well. So you can do what's called a sculpture or a form.
Yes.
Where you build the nail without having to stick a tip on. So it's very exciting. Nails are a whole new world on their own.
No, they are.
There's gel polish, there's hard gel, there's soft gel, there's medium gel, there's polygel, there's acrylic-based gels. Then there's our normal nail lacquer, which is the polish that everyone that knows.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's very exciting. And you can mix and match. So if you're a gel wearer and you have a broken nail, I can do a form and sculpt with acrylic, or I can sculpt with a hard gel. So there's no more of this, I broke a nail, cut them all. Oh, don't be silly. No, we don't cut nails.
Or the sculpture 100%.
We'll just extend it,
yeah. All right, so I just got my nails done from Crema and they look amazing. What a beautiful red. But I'm not sure if they oval or almond. Is that the same thing?
So when it comes to nail shapes, I mean, there's probably 100, but there's about 5 that we all love and that are regular. So you get your square, which is your normal straight like a tabletop. Then you get squoval, which is square with rounded corners. And then you get oval, which is a full-on oval.
Okay.
And then the almond, if you think of an almond nut, okay, the base of the nail bed is the bottom of the almond, and as it goes up to get pointy, it narrows. And then you get the stilettos, which look like the pointy ballerinas.
Yes.
And then you get a squareletto, which is the pointy ballerina that's squared at the end.
I'm learning so much. I thought I knew a lot about nails, but clearly I don't.
mean, you get a coffin. So my personal opinion is that the ballerina, the coffin, and the squareletto are the same. But apparently they're not, because they all are slightly narrower at the end. And that's the difference.
So what are these?
Yours are almond, because if you look, they go narrower as they get longer, like an actual almond nut.
And would you say this is spring color? Because
definitely.
What Masachaba, the nail tech, suggested. She was like, you have to go red.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My best thing about red is that it's a brilliant bridge gap. So when you don't know what to do or you don't know what you feel like, go red. Red is brilliant for winter. Red is brilliant for summer. Brilliant for spring. It's classic. It's just so sophisticated. And there's so many different types of red. So you can do a port wine red. You can do a cherry red. There's a firebox red. Sometimes a client will say, I don't have the red you want. I'm like, gosh, is there another red? So yes, red is brilliant. And you've gone the right red, because you've gone a warm red and not a cool red, because we're going into spring.
Yeah.
So when we're done with red, we then can go brighter. There's neons, there's yellows, there's pinks, there's oranges. And when you just feel like something neutral, you go red again.
Tiff, you're amazing. You have a wealth of knowledge. I can't wait to come back to discuss summer trends, because now we're discussing spring trends. But wishing Crema all of the very best. I love this place, and I think you know that. And I will travel 45 minutes to an hour just to get here every single time.
Just stamp your passport. It makes it worth it. Okay.
And of course, we always fly Emirates.
Yes, we do.
Thanks for joining us. We'll check you in the next one.